Let's do a little garden tour because I'm really liking the weather right now in Toronto Zone 6B, nearing the end of April. So I've got a lot going on in the garden for this time of year compared to years previous. Let's start with these beautiful flowers that I just planted yesterday. The name escapes me, but comment below if you know what these are. I loved the colors. In years past, I have planted herbs in this space going up the stairs to the upper deck, but this year I wanted to keep it simple with color and flowers. We'll do the upper deck at the end. There's not much going on here on the deck except for some greens that I have planted in these grow bags, mostly romaine lettuce, green leaf lettuce, maybe some Boston lettuce, potentially some Swiss chard in these two bags in the middle, and the two smaller bags at the end, I've got some kale and some flowers. This year I probably plan for sure to put hot peppers in at least the two end grow bags here, probably peppers in the other grow bags. That seemed to do really well last year, but we will see what I end up deciding. Starting here in front of the deck, I have these two beautiful red and yellow hanging baskets that I added just today. Might be a little early in the season, but that's okay. Here in these two grow bags is the oregano that grew back from last year. Last year I had rosemary on this side. I'll probably put rosemary there again this year. And right here by the light, I planted a sunflower seed. I'm really excited to see that come up. And then I have a couple of varieties of kale seedlings in the back. We've got a red kale, red core kale I think, green kale, and dinosaur kale here. Spinning around, I have these two raised beds. These are my favorite raised beds. They get the most sun in my whole backyard aside from the grow bags on the deck. I have a bunch of radishes that I have that just started popping up. I planted those a couple of weeks ago, and I also the other day planted another round of radishes in the far bed over there. Really excited to have radishes. This season so far is perfect weather for really great radishes. Coming around the corner, this greenhouse used to be on my deck last year. I moved it because I mostly use it for storage, so I wanted to kind of hide it out of the way. Here this year, I decided to grow sugar snap peas. Why I think this will do well here is because every year the wind knocks down my sugar snap peas. And this year I'm hoping that the walls from the house and the deck will help support and protect the sugar snap peas as well. I can tie them to the deck if I need to. So I did plant sugar snap pea seeds throughout this entire raised bed, and then I protected it with netting because the squirrels will absolutely dig up my seeds. Then today I sprinkled carrot seeds throughout this bed. I think that the carrots will do really well growing in between the roots of the sugar snap peas. Peas grow up, carrots grow down. I think that will be a wonderful pairing right here. Spinning around, these raised beds remain empty because I'm going to be reorientating these raised beds, moving them and changing where they are in the next couple of days to the next week. So these beds remain empty because I'm going to be dumping all the soil, moving the raised beds, and then filling them back up to come on what that's going to look like. And then today I added these two hanging baskets with strawberries, and I'm very excited for those. Spinning around to the last area is one of the newest additions of my garden, which is my larger greenhouse. I will do a separate greenhouse tour in another video, but for now, you'll know that I'm very excited for what's in there. I am very happy to have this greenhouse. I can walk into it. There's shelving on both sides, plus shelving at the back, and it is perfect and the perfect amount of space for what I want the use of a greenhouse for. I'm very excited to show you that. And then I just have this little bed here full of lettuces and flowers just because I had the space and could put it there. And then I just filled it with greens and red lettuces as well as a few flowers. This is what my backyard garden looks like. We're gonna end the video on the upper deck just to show you what I have planting in there. The upper deck was actually the first piece of my garden when I started gardening. I started with the planters here on the upper deck, and I still absolutely love them. This one is still empty. I'll decide what to plant there. But right now, these are just filled with lettuces, and I have it netted to protect them from the squirrels. We've got some spinach in the middle, some red lettuces, some green lettuces. I absolutely love lettuce. It's one of my favorite things to grow in the garden, and I love the accessibility of having these right outside my kitchen. Be sure to like and follow for more garden videos like this.